Troy, what was week one like as the main man in the job?
Yeah, it was exciting. Still had its challenges. Obviously, you're in charge of the program now, and a lot more meetings and a lot more touch points with different people. So, but I really enjoyed it. It was a great effort by the boys. We were right in it right to the end of the game, and to see them fight it out, I think it probably showed a lot of maturity from that group, and that there's still a lot to play for the season.
First game in the books against the Dogs was a pretty spirited effort. After the reviews, how are you looking at the match?
Yeah, look, the effort and intensity was there. I thought our third quarter was fantastic. There were still some things in the game that we need to get better, and we reviewed those. But certainly the third quarter was some of our best footy that we've played. So we spoke to the players about how we bottle that up, and we have to bring that same sort of pressure and intensity against Hawthorn, who are in some really good form this week. So it's going to be another challenge for us, but it's exciting as well because our players get to play in another big game against a team who are playing for finals, and it's at the MCG, and really hope that our supporters can turn up and support the boys as we finish this season off.
There's been some opportunities for some of the younger guys to play in new positions. How have you seen that?
Yeah, look, it's exciting for those guys. Obviously, Harvey, Caleb, Xavier Lindsay, who's obviously out at the moment. We've seen those guys really develop. Jai Kelly came in and played on the wing the last couple of weeks, and it has really showed that he's capable at the AFL level. But not only those younger guys, but the younger guys just above them as well. Daniel Turner's had a fantastic season. Trent Rivers has really found some form in this back end. Jake Bowie, Cade Chandler have been really consistent. And then you throw in Cozzy, who's had a fantastic season as well in a new role. There's some exciting things to look forward to for the rest of the season and the season next year and the pre-season ahead. So we've been really happy with those younger guys and what they've been able to do, and I think our future's bright.
You mentioned Turner. The backline mix has looked a little bit different in the last few weeks. Jed Adams got his chance as well. How did you see the backline?
Oh, I thought they competed really well. Obviously, Jed got an opportunity to play on a guy who's in really good form. He spent some time on Aaron Norton. Tommy Mack did a fantastic job on Sam Darcy, and then Daniel Turner's season as a defender, I reckon when we threw him back there was about round 6 or 7. Since then, he's been one of the most consistent defenders in the competition, and for a young kid to be able to perform like that after spending some time forward, it shows his flexibility, but he's also becoming a real leader of that younger group as well, and we're really excited by what Daniel's going to grow into as a footballer.
They'll get some help this week. Stephen May available for return and 250 games on the cards. Yeah,
look, it's exciting for Maisie. He's 250 games, started out at the Gold Coast Suns and then came across here, and premiership player as well. But I've really enjoyed coaching Maisie, been really close with him, obviously coaching the defenders and team defence for a long period of time. He's a competitive guy, he loves to win. But what I've really seen in the last few years, he's care for his teammates. He could make a great coach one day if that's something that he wanted to do post-footy. The time that he spends with the younger guys in Turner, Adams, and coaching those guys through defensive positioning, different players, sitting down, watching their tape and really taking a keen interest in their development has been fantastic the last few years. And really looking forward to him being back out there on Saturday and playing in his 250th.
Harvey Langford was named in the 22 under 22 extended squad this week. Have you seen his first year?
Yeah, look, he's been fantastic. We know there's a lot of growth in him still. He's probably going really 60 or 70%. He's got so much growth in him, and it takes time as a younger guy as well. We've played him a little bit inside, played him on a wing, threw him forward at times where he's been able to hit the scoreboard. So he's got some real flexibility in his game, and we're excited about the proposition and what he can turn into. He's got a lot of growth, as I said. So eventually I think he could move midfield and probably play mid-forward, but what he's been able to do on the wing for us this year and hit the scoreboard as well has been fantastic, and it's great reward for him and great recognition as well.
Disappointing to lose Caleb Windsor this week, but he's been in at some centre bounces the last few weeks and really shown some dash.
Yeah, look, he has. These last 2 weeks we've been able to use him as a midfielder, and he's been able to get into some centre bounces, and he just gives us a different look in there. He's got speed, he carries the football, so we've certainly been able to throw the magnets around a little bit and see what else we've been able to unearth there. And I think it's exciting for the future because what we've got is a guy who will eventually do a full pre-season as a midfielder. As I said, he gives us a different look in that midfield mix, and that's an exciting proposition for the future.
Luca Kentfield's been pretty consistent kicking goals at VFL level. What's he got to do to earn his chance?
Yeah, look, he's not far away, to be honest. We've been really pleased with his competitiveness, his marking, his finish in front of goal. He's still learning the game as well, so it's a big ask to be able to put him in these types of games, but it's something that we haven't dismissed either. So really looking forward to seeing him play VFL again this week against a really top-notch team in Box Hill. So that'll give us another reason to look at him. If he performs again this week, there's no doubt he comes into consideration next week, not so much this week, but he also has had an injury-interrupted year as well, so he's built some real continuity the last few weeks. So certainly someone that we're talking about. We're not dismissing the opportunity that may arise for him, but we're really pleased with how he's been developing at VFL this year.
There was a clip on the socials earlier this week that the club's treating these last few games as a bit of a final series. Hawthorn's got everything to play for, so what are we expecting this weekend? Yeah,
and that's what we'll look at as well again. We're coming up against the Hawks, who are potentially playing for top four. Obviously Collingwood the week after, who are either going to be top four or potentially to stay in the 8, I think. So there's some really big games for us coming ahead, and that's where the great opportunity lies for our younger guys. They get to play in finals-like games. Our senior boys have been there and done that before. They know what's required. But for our younger crew to be able to experience that at the MCG is just invaluable. It'll really hold them in great stead. So once again, the Hawks are playing some really good football, and we know what's on the line for them. So we're looking to go out and hopefully take that away from them.
Thanks for the chat. Good luck.
Thank you.